What's going on, everybody? And today is a unique show because we're going to be talking about a little bit of games, a little bit of licensing. But this is a free to play game that I have kind of gotten myself into thanks to my son. Yes, I'm going to blame him. And this game is called Stumble Guys. It's a free to play game that can play on mobile, you can play on console, PC, and it's similar to Fall Guys, where you have a bunch of characters that you kind of, some of it is race based, some of it is obstacle course based, elimination based, but you can play up to 32, I believe, characters at once. And they have a very prominent character known as Mr. Stumble. And Mr. Stumble has an awesome green baseball cap. You know I love to wear hats. I'm not wearing one. So I want to get prepared for this episode. So I want to thank PMI for sending over an awesome little hat for me. So let's get the show started. I think it's a little small. I mean, is it gonna work? I guess we can. Let's think hard. Can we fix this? That's better. All right, let's get the show started. Hello, everybody. Today is another special episode of Press for Time. We have a Gaming Age special show today where we have an interview with the special person over at PMI. He is the Vice President of Sales. I have Omer Dekel with us. Thank you so much for stopping by. How are you today?
I am well, Benny. Thank you so much for having me, and I'm very proud and honored to be here with you today.
No, we appreciate that. And as far as I understand, I know you're traveling. So, again, you're living that life that we talk about. We're always pressed for time, but you're making that time to talk to us and to our listeners, and we appreciate that. So, we can get right into it. I'll definitely let you know my side, my knowledge of how I've come to learn about PMI. So, in the past year or so, I've been invited to several press events in my area, which is the New York, New Jersey area, called Sweet Sweet. Sweet Sweet is a basically press only event that is exclusively for toys, varying of different ages and different types, where it be board games, action figures, bicycles, things like that, a little bit of everything. And the first show that I actually came across some of the products that you represent was back on my birthday in March, where they had a special event and we saw a table for a game that is a free to play game known as Stumble Guys. And I was not familiar, but I am a free to play player. I play Fortnite and some other games like that. But then I learned that my 8-year old is very knowledgeable in the world of Stumble Guys, and has become even more interested because with Sweet Sweet, we were invited to bring my son to their last press event, and he got to see the table for himself. So not only did he get to experience what it is for the game, he got to see the collectibles. The team was awesome enough to give me my Mr. Stumble Guy's hat, which everybody knows I'm a hat lover. And he got to see that there is a mass of collectibles released by PMI. But outside of that, I've learned that you are also responsible for many other licenses and you do a lot of global distribution. So we can talk from Sonic the Hedgehog. I know we can go back to movies like the Emoji Movie. I believe you've done licensing for in the past. Pudgy Penguins was one I remember a year or so ago as well. So you have a wide plethora of licenses under your belt. So I commend you for that. It's really awesome.
Thank you.
What is it like to be in the role that you're in, looking for different licenses that have, collectible potential in the world of gaming? Because that's where we're kind of focus our attention. So I'd say the most recent would be Sonic and Stumble Guys, or your more current video game licenses.
So, we always trying to be here in PMI above the trend and keep monitoring what's hot. It's a full time job, just monitoring and listening to what kids are interested in. Kids, and today it's also kiddos and adults alike, to understand what they would like to purchase, what's hot, what's trending. I actually just came back from San Diego Comic Con, and this is actually the first and the best place to basically to get a glimpse and to smell and to hear the costumes and see and hear people out and to see what they would like to purchase. So for us, yes, right now, Stomping Guy is his top priority. But everything for us is a priority at PMI. I always said to my team, they are all our children, so they are all we love them equally. Um, and so Stumble Guys, yes, we are launching Series 2 now at Walmart this fall, with exciting exclusives which are going to blow the fans' minds, and hopefully your son. So as soon as we'll be ready, I will ping. We have the team send you some unboxing for your son. And
That'll be
then
awesome.
there is a one massive collaboration we're doing also with the Stumble Guys and another company, which I cannot disclose yet, but this is something which go in Walmart nationwide this Christmas. The biggest collaboration ever seen in our industry. So
Wow.
stay tuned on that. Sonic the Hedgehog, yes, always a big property with an amazing legacy. So we are there is, as you know, there is a movie coming up, and we have a super cool exclusive going out to Walmart, and then globally, as you said, we have distribution in over 132 countries now. So a lot of exciting stuff. One more, actually, a license we have in our portfolio, which is exploding right now, and I can bet your son is also playing it. It's Brawl Stars. You probably heard of it. So Brawl Stars now is on fire as well.
I've noticed that when we're going to stores, we'll find a lot of empty boxes. So obviously, as the father that is also a toy collector, to try to find the products is always a challenge, but it's a good thing to see that obviously the brands are doing well. I speak, of course, of Stumble Guys and Sonic. You'll find a variety, but we go to a lot of stores, so we're constantly on the hunt. And I can give like a small tease of like some of the stuff that my son and I have come across. So this also
Yes.
helps a lot of our viewers that are not familiar with the Stumble Guys. So if you think about like a game like Fall Guys, where you have massive amount of players, you get from A to B, you have different challenges that you can get through, but it's also 32 players, which is a bigger improvement when a lot of those games have smaller maximum players. But one of the collectibles you mentioned, this is the
It-
series one, right?
Yeah, this is the blind cap, which is now rolling into a Five Below and Target. So Target had just launched this super cool item, the perfect replica of the Mr. Stumble cap. This is something we are actually quite well known for, imitating and duplicating things and scenes and scenarios which are happening in the game and bringing them to real life. And it translates. If you show this item to your kid, I trust you did, he got super excited because he understands where we're coming from. So yes, we are super excited about this item. It's already selling out like crazy at Five Below. They cannot keep the stock constantly, and they are now going to air freight some stock because they are running out of stock.
And I could attest to that because the reason we have the boxes because we got whatever was left. It's really cool. It's an exciting time to be a dad gamer and a nerd because having a son at this age that's into, we may not be into the same thing, but he's also grown me into playing a lot of the stuff that he plays. So I've become a Stumble Guys player myself. So we've found ways to play together with mobile devices and things like that. And then when it comes to the collecting aspect, I'm able to know what I'm looking for in the store, which is great. So I think that's a great opportunity for other collectors.
Benny, you and I alike. I have a 7-year-old son who is a massive fan of Brawl Stars and Stumble Guys and Sonic. So I share with you the experience. Actually, it's a perfect bond between a parent and a child. So some people complain and they say like how toys are disrupting or whatever. But actually, if you think about it, thanks to those toys and the association between gaming APs going to live, actually what you just expressed, what I just expressed, we got to have that beautiful bond with our children and to have something in common. So I think it's amazing.
Absolutely. And thank you for being a big part of that. Because again, without PMI, we would have a free to play game. And in the gaming world, free to play games are a dime a dozen. That's the harsh reality. A lot of people make them, not a lot of them stand the test of time. And it looks like Stumble Guys is definitely on the road to continue to grow. And as you mentioned, I know you have a series coming out in the toy line. The game is obviously ever growing as well with different seasons. And a question I did want to ask you regarding that is the game is so vast, obviously, because the characters, you know, the best way I can describe it is the characters are so streamlined and simplified. You can expand them in so many ways and potentially a shorter amount of time than going into much intricate detail as you would with many other games. But again, it also gives you licensing opportunities. So on your side, you're focusing on the licensing of the characters within the game. Do you see potential opportunities for when the game itself has licenses that could maybe translate to toys? I'm not sure if you could speak to anything specifics, but for example, on mobile we have My Hero Academia, and my son has now been introduced to that at his level.
Yes.
So
So remember, I mentioned this big thing going out this Christmas. So
okay,
that's exactly it. So as I
that's a
said
good
at the
tease.
beginning of
That's
the
a good
intro,
tease.
as I said, the biggest collaboration ever seen between two companies, Scopely and another giant, doing an exclusive collector's edition, limited edition. Every toy will be numbered this Christmas. So, as I said, stay tuned. We are going to deliver those collaborations between Stumble Guys and then another brands such as you said, My Hero Academia, and a few
Right.
others which they just finished a collaboration in the game with, I think it was SpongeBob, and there was Ninja Turtles and Barbie. So a lot of options in our pipeline, and we are going to launch. So in about, I'd say in about months time, we will release the press release about that collaboration, and so stay tuned.
Awesome. Yeah, as soon as we hear it, everybody, we'll be sure to talk about that because I think that's a great opportunity. I'm excited. I have my own thoughts. We won't disclose all that here. Maybe we talk offline. But yeah, you did mention that with the Series 1 figures, now we have a Series 2 coming. Are we going to be getting a variety of the 2 packs and the single packs? Like, is the one thing I have to say is the diversity in the figures that you've released between size and availability, whether it be a 6 pack, a 12 pack, an 8 pack, like it just goes on and on. And obviously the options seem limitless when you go to a game like this that has a property. You usually get like 5 items, 10 items, and they kind of say take it. But it seems like you guys have so much, yet you can't find anything. So it's so hot. So with
Thank you.
series 2, are you focusing on like a series of 12, let's say, or a series of 24? Can you talk about that at all?
And we have a very broad line. I can tell you that we're introducing over new 24 characters in series 2 across different because we have the mini collectible figures which are 2.5 inch, and then we have them there you go.
Good old serial killer, one of my favorites.
There you go. And then you have the 3 inch mini action figures, which you can find mainly at Target. So, and you have these. And then the next following size is the 4.5 inch articulated action figures, which are we're introducing 5 new characters at Walmart, including one exclusive. So
Okay.
in the first series, there was a mythic uh, blue rare character at Walmart, which completely sold out. We could not like these are being sold right now on eBay in like ridiculous price. So we have those as well, and then we have the entire new plush line. So again, as you said, a wide variety of new characters are going to be introduced, and for the fans and the collectors to chase.
Awesome. I do want to ask regarding the larger figures, have there been an exclusivity with those? Because that's the one thing that has eluded me. We have not found a single 4-inch figure anywhere we've gone, and I've driven between several states, and
So
I've
you
seen them on Amazon, but other
yes.
people are selling them at this point. So, like you said,
So
different
yes,
price points.
yes, you have. They wore it at Walmart. So the Series One, it was completely sold out. So Walmart were stocking them at the launch. Macy's stocked it, but sold out. And then there is a few bits and pieces now in Amazon, as you say. And so if you're lucky, as I said, these are being resold now on eBay because everything was sold out. But yes, the best. I actually am here in Arkansas, and I could find some action figures left at one of the stores here, but it was like bits and pieces. Yes. So to your point, it's hard to find series one
Got to
actually.
be in the right state at the right time.
Yes, exactly. But yeah, Amazon should still have some, and they have some little bit more coming up. So keep an eye on that. They should replenish their inventory sometime soon.
Awesome. So, a question I wanted to ask about the relationship that you have with Scopely and PMI. Obviously, how has that been, and what made PMI kind of look at Stumble Guys and say, we want part of that action?
Wow, Scopely. It's a funny story. I had my eye on Standardize for a while. Actually, even before it was bought by Scopely. So some
Okay.
people don't know it was the game was bought. It was owned by a different company, and then Scopely bought the company, and then it went to Scopely. And then since then, when it first exploded, I had my eyes on the game, but I wasn't sure because it was like every game there was ups and downs, and one of the things you want to understand is there is a longevity, and then by the leadership of Naz, she is the GM of the brand. Uh, Beautiful lady and smart and talented, and she was a great partner. And also with Yaroslav, her head of licensing, and Magda is like the superstar team. We formed this beautiful relationship and partnership. They are very supportive, and it all started literally just a year ago. It's funny to say we are last year. I remember we had our first call, and then a month after, we already had like the deal memo that they drafted and done, and 6 months later, we already won in Walmart. Everything went so fast, um, but it has been an amazing journey, and I couldn't be more proud of this partnership and their support. So really
That's awesome.
for the brand, you can see a brand and employees who do not own the brand, but they act like they do, and they love and they cherish their brand, and they're supporting the toy manufacturer to make the absolute best toys he can. So they've been awesome.
Awesome. That's great to hear. And again, I think a healthy relationship just makes for better growth. And again, with you having such a big announcement to come for the end of the year, it's an exciting time. And congratulations to you and the team for the continued success. And I wish it continues to grow. And you got two fans of varying ages over here that support that venture. So thank
Thank you.
you. Of course. So I'd like to segue a little bit more into maybe one of your other licenses, if that's okay. We could talk a little bit about Sonic because, me being from gaming age, me also being a gamer, I grew up with Sonic. I have a very special love for it, and my son was very dedicated Sonic fan in his little bit younger years. He loves them, but he's expanded since. There was one point where it was nothing else mattered. It was Sonic, 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 and it was a really cool time. But when he sees it, he's still excited. So you obviously work with that license, and you have some great figures out there. You have they look like almost like gems that have the figures inside of there,
Yes.
specifically for the TV show, right? I believe.
Yes, sir. It's so we teamed up with Sega and Wild Brand CPLG to introduce the toy line of Sonic Prime, which was the Netflix exclusive series. And I think we went above and beyond. And the item you presented is one of the things that like it became a massive hit. It was the Prism. So basically, the first season starts when Sonic and Mr. Dr. Eggman are having their ritual battle, and then that prism is shattered. And we actually took that scene. I actually, same as you, I watched that scene with my son, and in the following day I went to my product development team. I showed them that scene. I was like, make me this toy, and then I crafted to them what I think the toy should be like, and the rest is history. We create this lovely, amazing prism, and inside, when you open, you get an actual prism shard. So again, every fan, every kid that watched Sonic Prime, it was a no-brainer for them, and then the rest is history. The product sold through was on fire when we first introduced it. So the sales results were amazing, and now we are actually introducing For the second series, there was a few episodes with the Chaos Council. If you remember this orange play, so we actually again another perfect imitation of taking that scene and bring it to real life. So we actually took that orange uh, monument or chaos council,
Right.
and we crafted it into a capsule toy.
Okay.
So soon to should be hitting shelf in October in Walmart and nationwide, and then globally. So we are very excited, and overall, this amazing brand managed by Sega, the way they managed to, it added ups and downs. But again, we talking same as you did. I did play Sonic in my youth, and now bringing back to the current level, it's absolutely insane.
Right. And then you think about the fact that we have the movie coming out, a third, not even a first movie, a third. So obviously the fandom is there, and you mentioned there's potential of collaborative efforts with the movie as well. I don't know if you could speak to that at all for Sonic 3.
Let's say more surprises coming up.
I'll take it. That's great. No, thank you. Awesome. So I want to ask you, with the role that you're in, obviously you have a very heavy task of finding licenses that are going to be not only mutually beneficial for your team, for the other company, and for the consumer, of course. Over the time, has there been, maybe in the last year or two, a license that you were eager to get that either you're maybe still pursuing, you can't talk about, or something that maybe didn't work out?
um, you know, Benny, I would love to share with you all of my future plans.
Understood.
But I can give you a glimpse. And there is one license which is basically quite done, so I can share with you first. Even the press release is not out yet. So we teamed up with the UFC.
Wow. Okay.
we are going to
Awesome.
we're going to reintroduce action figures and collectible figures for the UFC, being closer to what the kidult fan base and the adult fan base of UFC are expecting to buy, and we are presenting it very soon to retail and going to hit shelves in 2025, and we can't be more excited. UFC is the fastest growing sport in the US, and I think I've seen first samples actually this morning. It looks insane. So all these crazy superstars, Conor McGregor, to be named one. This line seems super exciting for me. So this is one I can mention to you. And another one actually, which is coming up, it was already announced, and product is launching this Christmas, is Spellbound. So Spellbound
Okay.
is the very first big movie from John Lasseter and Skydance Animation. If you remember, John came was headed Pixar all those years. Then he left and he joined Skydance Animation, and now he runs it. So this is basically his first full movie, and together with a beautiful cast with Nicole Kidman, Javier Bardem, dubbing the characters. It's going to be. I've seen some parts of the movie. It has a chance to be the next Frozen. It's beautiful. The songs are insanely gorgeous. The songwriting is the same songwriter that did Beauty and the Beast.
Okay.
So you can expect a lot, and it's exclusive to Netflix. A little bit theatrical, but mainly Netflix is exclusive to this movie, and they're going to support it a lot. So I think, and this November, after Thanksgiving, is the launch. Is going to create a lot of noise and buzz.
Sounds exciting.
So
That's
very
that's
excited.
awesome. You got to first listen to it. That's really cool. No,
Yes,
thank you so much for sharing that information. We appreciate that. It
sure.
sounds like you have a lot to look forward to into the year. So I think it's going to be a crazy holiday, right?
Yes, it's going to be a very busy holiday season. I'm a bit jealous of our friends and collectors. I wish I could go back and collect my own toys. To be frank, yes, a lot of exciting things going on. Stumble Guys exclusive collaboration, Spellbound, and then Brawl Stars, and we have next year so many new things coming up. So honestly, we can go after this show. After this call, I will can share with you more, but so much to come.
Awesome. No, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. The one thing I wanted to ask, really important, for anybody that is now becoming interested in any of these brands and these products, can you help us direct where they can find, anything that's relatable to PMI, or if you have any specific? It seems like you have a great relationship where you have a variety of exclusives, so we can definitely go to multiple stores at this point, depending on the product. But
Yeah,
do you have a specific website you would maybe encourage everybody to visit?
you can go. You can go. I think the best place to go is we have an Amazon, our PMI Amazon store. So you can find everything under our store over there. Literally everything you want. In our entire portfolio, we have shipping within the US, but also globally. So it's something I would highly recommend. You can find basically everything there. Yes, and we do have our website, pmitoys.com. You can also look for what's coming up and also look for some news over there. So these are two main locations that you can find basically our portfolio.
Perfect. So what
So
we'll do is we'll make sure to have links for everybody. Once the video
thank
is
you.
up, we'll be able to
And I,
access.
and I would like to add, Benny, which is very important. Even though we sometimes get to have exclusive with different retailers, for Walmart, Target, and Amazon, even if they will have an exclusive, we always take care that there will be additional SKUs which are non-exclusive. So basically, everyone can get anything. Okay, so if maybe there will be a one figure which will be exclusive to Walmart or to Amazon, but the entire range won't be exclusive. So that's the thing. So basically, everybody can afford. It's affordable. It's accessible. So it's one of the things we always try to achieve with our line: accessibility, affordability, high value to the end consumer.
Perfect. Thank you for sharing that. That's really awesome. And listen, thank you so much for your time today. I know that you have a busy schedule ahead of you. We appreciate you taking that time out. And I'm so grateful to learn so much more about yourself, your brand, and the partnership with Scopely. And I look forward to hearing about that exclusive. I'm really excited. But is there anything else you'd like to leave our listeners?
I just thank you, Benny, for hosting me again. It's been great. I wish we could have talk. I think I feel like you and I can talk for ages about about toys
For sure.
and end game is and what's coming up. I'm happy that you share the same excitement as I do. So thank you again, and hopefully we get to catch up after this holiday season and share our experiences.
Yes, I definitely think a follow-up is necessary to talk about all those things that we couldn't talk about. I look forward to that.
Thank you,
Awesome.
and stay tuned, as they say, and a lot of exciting things are coming up.
Awesome. Well, thank you everybody for stopping in and watching. We hope you have a great day. Remember, stay safe, take care, and have fun. Bye,
Thank you.
everybody.